Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Teleislas News, the most important news of the day. Last night, a young man was murdered with a firearm in the Guinea Hen neighborhood, also known as Natanya. According to the police report, those involved in the violent act were captured.
A young man known as Stephen Martinez Garcia was killed in violent acts yesterday in the Guinea Hen neighborhood in the area called Los Manguitos. The national police announced that there were 2 captures assigned to the death of the young man.
The capture of 2 criminals and the seizure of a motorcycle in which they committed the acts was achieved. It is very important to share that one of these criminals has a house arrest warrant for illegal possession and trafficking of weapons. That is to say that in spite of having a warrant from a judge, he continues to commit crimes on the island.
According to the medical report, the young man entered the departmental hospital with vital signs due to a gunshot wound to the head and neck.
And a day of underwater cleaning began from the Westview sector, an activity that seeks to contribute to the conservation of our marine ecosystem.
Good evening, Lisa and Aldi TV viewers. I say hello from here from the sector of Westview, because in some minutes the subaquatic cleaning day will begin. This event is organized by different entities or department, board leader by the Captain Port office. This is what the Captain Port Rodrigo Quintero tell us in a press conference before this day begins.
Definitely, the protection of the environment is an important task here in San Andres. The conservation of the marine space is part of the concept of integral security, an essential aspect to maintain the ecosystems in our seaflower biosphere reserve paradise. This activity was accomplished thanks to a work carried out by the work team of the Specific Command of San Andres and Old Providence, the Harbor Master of San Andres, Coralina, the Civil Defense, Red Cross, the Naval Civil Action, Trustbusters, and the government.
It is important to mention that more than 40 divers of our island have become in this great initiative that looks to clean our department. In our central emission of Teleislas News, we have more information of this great event. Continue, Lisa, in the studio.
Following note, because today the ring road of the Sun Bay that a year ago had collapsed is open. At the place of the news is Sylvette Mitchell. Let's hear more information.
Hello, Lisa. Good afternoon to all our viewers. Well, we have good news for you all today, that this road in the ring road of Sun Bay will be enabled even after today. This road, we have to remember that they collapsed 1 year ago due to the heavy waves of the sea in this sector. Teleislas News spoke with the contractor of this work, who said that this work delayed around 9 months due to some setbacks that they had.
The contract for this work was signed on July 30th, 2020, and physical work as such in the month of September, because the first 3 months were of design and obtaining the resolution of Coralina and the Mar. Today is the delivery of the work. At the moment, we are in 99.7% of execution.
The contractor explained with details what was those work they carry out here.
It was a very difficult job because it was being executed all the time under the climatic level, and until the last minute we had problems with the tide. Since the last days of execution, the tide rose and it was impossible to intervene. We excavated and built a 1 meter small block. In that small block, there is a plate of 60 centimeters. On top of that plate are the bags, and adjacent is the retaining wall. In case the tide rises, I think it lasts more than 20.
Well, this is a very good news for the majority of this community here in Southern, especially the one them will live in Tom Hooker, Elsibar, and Blue Hole, that had us so longing for them journey to get to their homes.
Of the Republic, through the Office of Social Prosperity in the department, delivered several gift kits in the Cliff sector.
In the first day of delivery of gift kits, more than 100 children were benefiting this sector of the island. The director of the Social Prosperity Office in the archipelago told us what this initiative is about.
Today we are delivering gift kits in the Cliff sector, an initiative of the Presidency of the Republic, so that the children can be distracted from all they are seeing, so that they can play and forget about all the problems that they are going through and that we also are going through, like a voice of encouragement to continue having fun. Today so far we have delivered 120 kits. We have approximately 500 kits to deliver and continue in the course of the day to finish the deliveries.
This afternoon they will continue with the delivery of gifts in the sector known as La Paz, by which we are expecting to share with the children of the department.
We're going to a short commercial break, but we'll be right back with more of Teleislas news. And in other local news, today is the day of the non-use, non-commercialization of plastic bags, an initiative that seeks to help the environment.
As a part of the strategy to reduce the use of plastic items in its 7th version of the no using of marketing of plastic bags in the department, a measure that is promoted by the departmental government as part of the Law 1973 of 2019 that prohibits the entry of plastics to the island.
Vamos a estar en 18 sectores.
We are going to be in 8 sectors and 14 establishments. We are going to give away approximately 4,000 bags as a result of the anticipation of the 1973 law that is going to be in effect as of July 19th.
The Secretary of Public Services, Delfor Brackman, delivered a balance on the studies that have been generated on the impact of this initiative since its inception here in the archipelago of San Andres.
Junto con la Corporación Ambiental, también hemos estado con...
Together with the Environmental Corporation and Trust Buster, we have arrived with a survey that has been done during this entire journey that began in July of last year, where we have stopped using 45,000 bags. That is something very positive and something that leaves us this norm that will be applied. Very happy because from the 40,000 bags that we will deliver this week, the community will become a little more aware, and so together we can contribute to the caring of the environment.
The Secretary of Public Services extended an invitation to the community that will be shopping during the rest of the year not to use plastic bags in order to continue caring for and conserving the seafloor biosphere reserve.
And now we continue with all the sport news of our department.
The department's soccer team is preparing with friendly matches for their participation in upcoming FCF Youth Super Cup tournaments, supported by the D Mayor and D Football. This tournament will be held in the month of April in the city of Bogota and will serve as a showcase for the island players with a view towards Colombian professional soccer. We spoke with the physical trainer Jordan Watson.
We just prepare ourselves to go represent the archipelago in Bogota in April, both the 1st or 2nd. We make one little game, yeah. We checks the one then how them with physical, and we both in a percent from 75 approximately. So we work with them boy. We got about 1 month they work hard because we got Bogota and the 2 hot boat and the 2. So we work, yeah, we get in our work, and we do everything good. We get a good participate in Bogota.
Jordan Watson expressed how important these friendly matches has helped increase the performance percentage of the players. And seeking that children have a good use of their free time and away of the world of drugs, a preventive campaign got started. With the leadership of the Secretary of Sport and Labor jointly with the Anti-Narcotics Police and members of the community begins a prevention campaign in the Tom Hooker sector. The idea of the campaign is to prevent from the early age substance abuse of the children and young people in the island department. This could avoid going down the path of crime and drugs Anti-Narcotics Patrol Lady Cortez talks about the issue with more detail.
Today we are doing this recreational sports activity hand in hand with the Secretariat of Sports of the Islands of San Andres in order to get children and adolescents away from the world of drugs, which destroy lives, end dreams, and disintegrate families. So what we are looking for is that through these activities they make good use of their free time and stay away from all kinds of bad thinking.
According to the sports secretary, these campaigns will continue to be promoted in the different sectors of the island archipelago, seeking to form a new generation of good children and young people. And this is all in sports for the moment. I am Victor Fusalba, Teleislas News.
Thank you, Victor. Now we continue with the weather forecast. The weather forecast for today, 4th of March, in the coastal area of the archipelago, the sky is partly cloudy. Temperature is 28 degrees Celsius, with winds from the northeast direction with intensities of 16 kilometers per hour. Humidity forecast is 67% and a probability of precipitation 9%.